in 2019, I stumbled across this film that totally surprised me. Totally unassuming little Shudder original called The Mortuary Collection. A film that we're really lucky to have in this day and age where movies are typically so safe and they never threaten to step on the gas. The Mortuary Collection brings it. Full gore and full body horror with a twist and wraparound story. If you've got an itch this Halloween season, give this baby a scratch. Stellar performances from genre legend Clancy Brown of Highlander, Pet Sematary 2, and Shawshank fame. Even though I personally always loved him in The Burrowers, he's a great actor doing a smash-up job on this twisted little 5-piece anthology. Welcome to Raven's End, the home of one of the best creepy old funeral parlors I've seen since Phantasm. Sprawling vintage colors set the scene for the caretaker and head funeral director's first eulogy. A help wanted sign outside gets us moving in the right direction, and a storm is coming. A curious new apprentice is interested and is giving a full tour of the macabre in the mortuary arts. What's Grosser Than Gross sets the table for what's to come. A book filled with ghastly stories of how the departed have met their unfortunate end. Tell Me Something Dark and Twisted. Morticia Montgomery Dark unhinges a tale straight out of Lovecraft, and the effects here are glorious. A tentacled beast lurks behind the mirror, and we're off into the deep water. The sets in this film are detailed. They're simply awesome, as are the effects, the music, and the panning shots. This funeral parlor is a character in its own right, holding the dead and their stories in tow, just dying to be told. The second story deals with the college crowd and a carnal pleasure, only with a twist. One big, nasty twist, guaranteed to make every male in the room gasp. Painfully well done, and let's just move along. My favorite fable in this collection asks the question, till death do us part, but what if death provides no reprieve? This is the story of true love. But how far would you go? To the ends of the earth for suffering? What if the suffering was your own? Day and night waiting on a loved one, not just mundane details like preparing a meal or some light housekeeping. Things become a lot more intimate when everything else around you stops. Communication, vocation, lust, desire. When you have to actually give up. How much is too much then? This story, dude, it gets under my skin. This man, he whips up a feast only to have to puree it. It's forced to, pine for a vacation and also pinch pennies when he's dreaming of an escape. Such is the story of Wendell and Carol. You see, Carol's lights have gone dim. She's nothing more of a meat sack, a problem to him, an empty vessel occupying the space where his wife used to. A weekly house call from the family physician gives him a devilish idea and plants a seed of dissent. An overdose. Surely painless and untraceable, freedom from the shackles of his own vows, if only for a moment. This is where the story burrows and festers, and his longing for what could be becomes a never again, a never was. It's like something from a Tales from the Crypt or a Twilight episode, even Tales from the Dark Side. Masterfully done, lesson learned. To be honest with you, I love everything about this horror anthology from 2019. Great music from the Mondo Boys, great set designs, great colors, great gore. It's got this awesome intro story with the wraparound story that's very familiar, very similar to Tales from the Dark Side. And the stuff that's in between, the meat and the bones of this movie, has great pacing. It's got great... I love everything about it. I think if you sit down and you give this hour and 45 minutes a spin, you're going to have a great time. Put it on your list this year. Thanks for watching. Take care.